Good afternoon and welcome to the Good Plates Kitchen. Today we are making a Oreo wafer cake. This is a no-bake cake and it's going to be very interesting and very, very tasty. So we have some special holiday Oreos and flavoring just absolutely amazing. Cream cheese, sweetened condensed milk, Hershey's cocoa, vanilla, and these are wafer sheets. And they're really amazing because they're already cooked and all you have to do is put something inside of them. Now they're kind of hard, so you need to put some kind of liquidy stuff in them, which is what the sweetened condensed milk is going to be for. And they're going to weigh them, and then we're going to take the Oreos and we're going to make beautiful frosting, and it's going to be an amazing, amazing, amazing birthday cake. Okay, let us get started. Okay, we're back. Now we're going to make the filling for what's going to go in between those wafers, and we're going to start with cream cheese, regular cream cheese, you know, the good stuff. And up. And if you notice, this is one of the newer paddles. It has an edge scraper. These are great because they scrape all the edges without you having to stop the machine all the time. Okay, here we go. Let's go start off and stir. Sorry for the noise. I'm going to add a can of sweetened condensed milk. Stir that up. Okay, let's see how that looks. Because the wafers are dry and they need to absorb all this flavor, and as nice and liquidy as this is, I'm going to add a quarter of a cup of cream to it as well. Quarter cup. And let us. There we go. That is exactly the viscosity I need. All right. So add some flavoring. Teaspoon of vanilla. This is Fiore di Sicilia. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, and I don't have time to Google it, but you can if you want to. Anyway, this has a kind of beautiful citrusy, flowery flavor. It's just amazing, and a little tiny bit goes a really long way. So I'm only going to put 1/8 of a teaspoon in here. You can see it's kind of a golden kind of color. Like I said, you don't need much. Now the next is going to be Hershey's cocoa. This is plain Hershey's cocoa. This is not the special dark. I'm going to add a quarter of a cup and another quarter of a cup. One more. So this will be 3/4 of a cup of cocoa. Stop it. Add another quarter of a cup of cream. There we go. Okay, the filling is done. We'll be back. Okay, time to put the wonderful filling on. You can see this one had a little accident. It's okay. This goes down at the bottom. And you just spread this around. Make sure it gets all the way to the edges. And then normally I would put another layer on, but this time I'm just going to take it and hold it in my hand and do it that way. It's a little tiny bit easier. Rather like spreading toast with jam. Again, all the way out to the edges. It doesn't have to be completely even. But you do want to get it all the way out to the edges. Are you going to get dirty doing this? Yep, probably. That's okay. All right. That goes on top of there. And we'll finish and we'll be back. There are 7 layers in this cake, and this is the last. This is the 6th layer, and you can see how nice that is. Now we're going to put the 7th layer on top. This layer does not get covered. And we're going to press down. Okay, I have some parchment paper here that I'm going to put on top of this. And I'm going to put my favorite cookbook. Yes, it's the American Woman's Cookbook, 1942 Wartime Edition. It's an amazing book. And I'm going to put that on there and let it sit. It has to sit for about 2 hours. And then we can come back and we can frost it and decorate it and make it wonderful. So I'll see you in about 2 hours. Okay, it's time to make the frosting for the cake. And this is really, really simple. This is just a stand mixer. We'll put our beater back in, and this is just cream cheese and with a little vanilla and powdered sugar. We don't need a lot of frosting here, and because the inside of the cake is very sweet, I'm not going to add very much sugar to this cream cheese, only enough to get it stable. The half a cup of powdered sugar. Let's see how it goes. Lift that up. Okay, here we go. Add some vanilla. It's about 2 teaspoons. Now, because this is a as I said earlier, this is Oreos. So I have some special holiday Oreos. These ones are covered with either white chocolate or dark chocolate. And I'm just going to break them apart with my hands. Okay, here we go. I'm letting the KitchenAid do the hard work. We'll be back to decorate it. Okay, so it's been about 2 hours, and as you can see, our cake is ready to go. It's all nice and flat, and all we're going to do is spread this on top all the way to the edges. One of the great things about this particular kind of no-bake cake, there are so many options. You may have seen my video that I did with a wafer cake for 4th of July. And it's really great in the summertime because you don't have to turn on your oven to cook this. So let's make this kind of flat-ish. And then I have special holiday Oreos dipped in white and dark chocolate. I split them and they're decorating the cake. This is the finished cake. Cut it with a sharp knife or even scissors. See you next time on The Good Place.